Welcome to episode 7 of the Heavyweight Havoc. We have some wrestling stuff we got to talk about today, and what we're kind of looking at here. We're getting a few weeks, almost about a month to WrestleMania officially, almost getting closer, inching a little bit. Yoshi, how we doing today?
Not too bad, sir. Spring's around the corner. It's getting nice here, so looking forward to the nice weather and the dry weather to do some more work.
Friday was just a fucking absolute wet shit show.
Just a bunch of slosh and sleet coming down from the skies, but hey.
Yeah. I was gonna say, man, we had a follow-up for Monday with Elimination Chamber and John Cena turning fucking heel, and I still can't believe he turned heel. I was talking to somebody, and he's like, man, I was going back. Actually, it was Jeremy from Laughing Me podcast. You don't know who he is. I do, on our TNT Boys. He was sitting there saying to me, like, oh, I was walking back and forth in the house. He's like, why, John? Why?
Well, it's crazy, too, because there's people who don't watch wrestling but know of John Cena, and they're all saying the same thing, too. It's like, what is he doing? It's like John Cena turned heel.
Yeah, even people I know that don't even watch wrestling say, like, whoa, why did John... Even Cole, out of all people, he messaged me Monday morning, and all I said to him, I'm proud of you. You're watching wrestling.
I told him a lot more happened, gave him a shit for it. That's the only thing he picked up.
Yeah. Man, we should have a live stream event or something, him watching it and him asking all his questions. It'd just be funny. We love you, Cole. But anyway, Monday night, following up from Elimination Chamber, a lot of shocker at the end of the main event with Io Sky and Rhea. It was, before we started here, you and I were talking about how SmackDown took this week. Raw was another week is I feel like though it'll probably pick up within the next month, because John Cena is scheduled for next Monday, not tomorrow Monday, but then the 17th in Belgium, I think, or somewhere in Europe. So the match card, I thought the match card was all right. What do you think of what the match card was like?
I don't think it was terrible. I think we talked about this before, though. I feel like we're getting a lot more like storyline telling on Raw.
Yes.
We're getting a lot more Peel's promos, the beef, all the backstories we're getting. It seems like it's gone Raw. And SmackDown is more going towards, or SmackDown, I feel like, has been a lot more action with a little bit of the backstory going on. So, I mean, it was still a good week overall. We got, kick of the night, we had the amazing, angry, pissed off CM Punk.
Oh.
Just yelling in the mic, yelling at the crowd, saying that I'm going to be the one to get us banned off of Netflix.
Okay, so here's what I got to say about that. It's kind of ironic that he, I don't know if you saw this, but he got taken off on some of the appearances because of that.
I didn't see that.
I'm gonna straight up say it now. It is A+ promo.
Yep.
CM Punk being CM Punk, pipe bomb Punk. When he said bullshit live, I fucking about fell out of my chair. I'm like, whoa. Okay, so we're getting the F word now. We've gotten bitch all these years, and now bullshit. I'm like, let's do it. But you know what? I kind of feel like, for some odd reason, I have a feeling, I don't know, because I know him and CM Punk, or him and Seth Rollins needs to have a match.
Yep.
Right? But do you think he's trying to work his way into this main event? Because he's never main evented a WrestleMania before.
Yeah, I mean, because he also said in his promo too, because he was still trying to find a way into main event WrestleMania.
Yes. You know,
So
go ahead. I was just gonna say.
I was gonna say, I mean, yeah, he has, he someone has a beef with CM Punk, or not CM Punk, with John Cena because John Cena turned heel. He's had this rivalry with Seth Rollins because they both think that they're the best in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, man. It's just in CM Punk's, like, in his career right now, it seems like he has so much going on with his promos, with his rivalries, with WrestleMania, with different events that he's trying to be a part of.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think he's trying to work his way into WrestleMania. Yeah, I think he's trying to stomp out his beef with Seth Rollins. And I mean, like I said, he had words to say on Monday Night Raw about John Cena. But we had the John Cena, but it was a lot more towards Seth Rollins too, because Seth Rollins is the reason why CM Punk lost the Elimination Chamber.
Yep. I mean, just sit here thinking about it. We also got to remember that there is it's a 2-night event now. It used to be not be that way. So I mean, he could have a match the first night with Seth Rollins, and then have a main event, and more likely Seth Rollins will interfere, kind of thing. In the second night, say if they did that. But some key moments and takeaways I do want to say though is he did call out The Rock for saying that he had a fake tie. He's delusional to wear a fake title and proclaim myself the people's champion because he doesn't deserve it.
Yep.
And he told John that, you've been selling all these kids, all these bullshit, all these people bullshit. You gave up on yourself. You gave up on these people. You gave up on these kids. And like you said, he's liable. He said, I'm liable to kick us off Netflix right now. He also he also said something about Becky Lynch. And he said,
come get your mans.
And what's funny, Becky Lynch did respond on Twitter. So
he
said, Becky Lynch, you better come out, better come get your man, because if I do, before you do, I'm going to put him in a wheelchair, which he's acknowledging his body. Everyone knows his body is slowing down. So Adam Pearce announced that Rollins and Punk will face each other inside of a steel cage tomorrow night. That is right there. When we're talking about being a slow week last week, that right there will probably bring the house down. That'll probably be the main event.
Well, because the last match that CM Punk had in a steel cage was with Drew McIntyre, and it was a brutal match.
Yes.
And so I'm hoping to see the same thing happen again. I'm hoping to see brutality and blood again.
Yep. Anyway, I give that whole thing a solid A+, like I said. CM Punk being CM Punk, as we know and love. What do you give it?
I give an A+. I do want to note, though, I know you mentioned Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch did post on Twitter telling CM Punk's wife to come get his mans, because CM Punk and Roxanne Perez both matched outfits the day of Elimination Chamber. But then shortly after, the tweet either she deleted it or the tweet got taken down because it was hitting a little too close to home.
Yeah.
And I know we've seen that a lot lately, where we see wrestlers kind of think it's a good comeback.
I think lately I think nowadays you're starting to see more personal shit. I think people are starting to really jerk people the wrong way. They want to.
Yeah.
There's like more of a hostility vibe sometimes. And I'm all for it. I'll be honest, I'm all for it.
Yeah, but I can see the reason why a lot of like tweets and stuff like that or posts get taken down, because I said, it does sometimes hit a little too close to home. And you post something, you're like, oh, that was a good comeback, and you're like, and then you kind of think about it and you see the comments, you're like, maybe that wasn't a good idea.
She probably honestly, it's Becky Lynch. She probably got told to take it down.
Yeah, more than likely.
Because Becky don't hold back. So anyway, we're moving on here. We got Otis versus Gunther. So before that, they also had a bickering with the Judgment Day in the backstage. I also saw the demon thing in the background again.
Yep. I tell the wife too. I was like, look, it's right there.
Finn Balor was telling Dom and Carlito and Liv that they need to figure out how they deal with Braun Breaker and stuff like that. And they keep fighting about new member. See, I can kind of see them going with kicking Finn out or Finn leaving.
Mm-hmm.
The new member kicks out Finn, basically. Who would it be? I don't know. Probably be a call up from NXT or somebody who just isn't doing anything and has a bit more of the crowd behind them or something. Anyway, that I give that a solid B.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad match. I mean, I know
I
it
feel like
was
they're
Otis.
I feel like they're. I was talking about the Judgment Day thing.
Oh, the Judgment Day. Yeah. I'll give it a B.
I think that right there, they're just trying to plant seeds.
Oh, yeah, they're for sure.
They're gardening.
I mean, they've been planting seeds.
Yeah, they've been gardening, farming.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, you have Otis versus Otis, as some people would know him, but Maxine Dupree calls him Otis. I gave this match, to be honest, an A. I think it was pretty solid. I mean, even though he was kind of jobbing to him, I think Otis can show that he's gotten better a lot over the years, from Heavy Machinery to Mandy Rose to Alpha Academy, where he really stepped his game up with Chad Gable and losing a lot of weight, and still is losing weight, it seems like. But he made Gunther look strong, which is great because, that's what they need to do for a build up to WrestleMania. But unfortunately, Gunther did outlast Otis and scored the win with an impressive powerbomb after the match. So,
yeah, no, I mean, and like I said, the kind of story is that I mean, there's not much of a story with Otis and Alpha Cat or with Alpha Academy and Gunther, but it's more of Gunther just doesn't like how they're like this weird hodgepodge of fucking people, and they're doing like all the social media, TikTok trends and all that. And he thinks that like, oh, that shouldn't be in the ring. It's sacred, or it shouldn't be in the arenas.
You know what's funny? You say that because last night Sam and I were talking about the Nebraska Huskers, and Matt Rule is basically doing the same exact thing because he caught, his daughter doing a 9-year-old daughter doing a TikTok, and then some football players doing TikToks. He's like, this is what we should be doing. But yeah, anyway, I kind of agree with Gunther because I kid you not, I see so many people from wrestling on TikTok, and it's kind of cringy. Like Damian Priest doing TikToks, that's cringy. I can see why they call him Timu Undertaker, Timu Taker. Anyway, Jey Uso, he comes out too as well, chase him down. And then A-Town done under Austin Theory and Jason Waller also attack Uso. He did get his ass beat by them, which is kind of what they're trying to do. But the ring general, he did stand tall and to close out that segment. Again, I give that whole match an A. Great match between two talented heavyweights. It's a little WrestleMania hype. It was a great follow up to last week's segment involving these competitors, and they set up the stage for Uso to fend off Theory and Waller in the upcoming weeks, and yeah.
Yeah, no, it wasn't too bad. We did see a little bit after the match, though. We had a little bit of interaction though with AJ Styles and Karrion Kross backstage.
Now, little side note: have you ever noticed until now? Did you see that have you noticed Karrion Kross matches the hairstyle of every person he's trying to feud with?
I don't know if
So look at New Day.
Okay.
He matched Xavier Woods kind of type of hair, bunned up and stuff. Look at who was it just recently? It was before the Wyatts. I can't remember. But look at AJ's hair and his hair, both all straightened down.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I do see a trend. I mean, I know his hair was down and it was
I think
straightened.
I think he does that as as a story piece. He's a really good storyteller. I've seen him before WWE and his YouTube stuff, and he's a really good storyteller. Anyway, I just do want to say about that. I think Karrion Kross, AJ Styles, that'll be a good feud when they do it.
Yeah,
Kinda,
I mean, it's more like right now Karrion's kind of like manipulating AJ.
Yes.
And AJ's kind of going along with it. But
I
would agree. I think it would be a good matchup between the two of them.
I do like how the crowd is starting to get behind Karrion Kross a lot more. He was really good in NXT, and like I said before, WWE. But Karrion Kross, I think Final Testament. I kind of am glad that they released, the two, and Paul. Unfortunately, Paul was Hall of Famer. Road Warriors. But honestly, Karrion Kross is good on his own, so I guess it's nothing up but here. I think he could probably be a good mid-card champion eventually, and then probably maybe get looked at as a world champion. But, I mean, that's just a long shot. I just, the crazy fan who doesn't know anything, right? So, some people would say on the internet. Anyway, we go up to the next
Ivy
match.
Niles.
Yep, the next match. I'm kind of glad to see that Ivy's kind of getting a little bit of a push just out of nowhere, but don't do it right now with WrestleMania. But yet again, Lyra doesn't have anyone at WrestleMania fight, so more likely it's going to be some kind of way to get into a triple threat or fucking, because Dakota Kai, she's still going to try to go after that. Let's be honest. And then you can see Ivy Nile getting put in the picture, and then I do think I kind of feel like they're planting seeds with American Made a little bit, especially with the promo later that we see with Chad Gable and whatnot. But they can do so much with American Made, and I feel like they need to do it. But anyway, what did you think of this match?
I'm not a huge fan of Ivy Niles. I am glad that she is getting more mat time in a sense. But in this sense, we had Dakota Kai. She won the number one contender to face Lyra for the Intercontinental. And then out of nowhere, Ivy just comes and is like, hey, I want a shot now too. And then all of a sudden they just give her a shot at it, even though she just really never earned it.
Yep.
And I think so that's kind of the part that I don't like. But I know earlier we were talking that we need to stop looking at title matches being during pay-per-view events. With this whole, with Vince gone and Paul Levesque taking over.
Well, you also got to think too. We have the women's championship tuned, right? The mid cards, and we also got to find time for that now.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe these shows you could really like, even Saturday night main event. Like once in a while, you got to drop the title. But I feel like these champions, when it comes to Saturday night main event, they're kind of protected. Just like an anime main character armor. So, yeah, I see what you're saying.
I expect the unexpected, because next week there could be another title could be dropped, but there probably is another title match next week.
I do want to say though, Niall, this is probably the best that Niall had looked on TV in a while. She was confident, carried her portion of the match, near perfection, and shine bright in her biggest opportunity to date. So, also
B minus.
You give it a B minus. I give it about a B minus too. And you also got lucky. They're using the IC title as the work rate title and allowing Valkyria to get over as a wrestler champion. So as far from the worst idea in the world. Anyway, moving on. We go to Adam Pearce's big NYC announcement and Kaiser, your favorite, Ludwig Kaiser's promo. So backstage, Adam Pearce caught up with Rollins with their tense confrontation, ending with the GM informing the Visionary that he will square off with Punk next Monday. And then in the ring, Kaiser cuts a promo on Penta, which, brought the Luchador out to the squared circle. It was a little physical back and forth, concluded with the baby face wiping out the German at ringside, which we kind of figured that would happen. He did a dive, standing tall to close things out. I just want to say though, this was a rare miss on the show, a segment that accomplished little, but it did remind the audience that Penta and Kaiser have unfinished business. I give it a C.
Yeah.
This was nothing but a burger of a statement, unfortunately, and did little. It did it, and it did little to give fans reason to stay excited for Penta battles with Kaiser more than what's already been.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and then they cut to the backstage with Bianca. Continuing to plead her innocence to an attack of Jade, put her on the shelf. I'm saving that when we talk about SmackDown. Anyway, we got a World Tag Team Championship. I kind of feel like the World Tag Team Championship has kind of fell out a little bit of the cards lately. You don't really see the War Raiders doing their thing.
No, and that's kind of talked too about like how we've been saying that Raw hasn't been as crazy as it has been when we first premiered on Netflix. It's like I said, it's been a lot more of promos and backstories and rivalries. And I mean, yes, the Warriors they're making their appearance every once in a while, but I feel like the tag team, like you said before, the tag team championship for Raw isn't as crazy as what it is on SmackDown right now.
Yeah. So they also did a pre-tape video of Chad Gable finally making it to Mexico and receiving a mystery box from a man.
What's in the box?
Well, he posted a picture of him.
What's in the box?
So a lot of people, because he's trying to deal with Penta, right?
Trying to deal with luchadors.
Yes. So some people think that it could be a planting of Rey Fenix, which is Penta's brother. I think he's finally getting released from AEW. That's a whole shit show. Tony Khan didn't want to release him when his contract is up, so I feel like that should be illegal, but I don't know.
I think it's a luchador mask.
Yes, I think it's a somewhat watch it be fucking Rey Mysterio.
No, because Rey Mysterio, the LW already have their shit going on right now with New Day.
But I'm just thinking of like a meme or something. That would be a meme.
I think it's a luchador mask for Chad Gable.
Yeah, I think that too.
I think Chad Gable turns into a luchador to beat a luchador.
Watch him in the same mask Hulk Hogan wore when he was the American guy with the luchador mask.
Oh, please don't.
That would just laugh my ass off.
It'd be comical, but
yeah, it'd just be hurting the guy's character. That dude has so much potential, and they're not. They're kind of using it, and they're kind of not. Anyway.
Yeah.
Julius and Brutus, they challenged the War Raiders for the World Tag Team Championship. It was a physical battle for the top prize in the tag division. I give it a solid B. Eric and Ivar fought their way back to the into the contest after a wicked running crossbody that sandwiched Julius between the ladder and the LED apron, and then it rolled to victory with War Machine to Brutus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I'll agree with you on the match. I think it was a solid B. And two, like, the American Made Boys, I think they're in a sense like coming more to light. They're doing more, they can recognize more. And just like you said with Chad Gable, I think they have potential too if they get more mat time.
Yeah.
Or they could have potential if they get more mat time.
Well, it's still impressive to see the 450 splash from Brutus and the shooting star press from Julius.
Mm-hmm.
That, for big guys, that's,
athletic big guys, man.
Yep. Anyway, again, a solid B. The Judgment Day, the next one is the Judgment Day versus, or not versus. They started targeting more at Braun Breaker. So there was an interview between Jackie and Braun Breaker. It was interrupted by the rival Judgment Day, Finn Balor, who wasted little time talking trash and claiming, he was untouchable in the ring.
Finn Balor's just getting his fucking ass kicked lately.
He's taking
You're not touchable. No.
He's taking it for the team.
Yeah.
So anyway, they go in the ring. They try to beat him up. The champion recovered and chased the prince off, then leveled Carlito an exclamation point to the segment. It appears that Breaker's path to WrestleMania is running through the Judgment Day, and that might not be appealing to everyone, but in the perfect use of everyone's involved.
It would be, to me, I feel like, we had that little bit of like tension between Braun and AJ. I think they kind of should have stuck with that more than sending Braun to like the Judgment Day.
Yeah.
Or the Judgment Day take a run at Braun.
Yeah.
Especially Finn, because Finn's the one that's kind of, Finn's got no gold, and we got Liv Morgan, Raquel. They got gold belts around their waist, and I think Finn's kind of looking for his opportunity or trying to look for another title to take so he can get some gold around his waist again.
I just do want to point out too is there is no superstar more intense every time they hit the ring than Breaker. He is freakishly explosive.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get down to the main event. It's Io Sky and Rhea Ripley. This was the shocker. Some people are for it, and a lot of people are not. Bianca Belair was there at ringside watching, being like, yes. Anyway, history shows that Rhea's never beat Io.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe they're trying to, like I said before the podcast we started, maybe something backstage is she had to drop it for some reason. Or maybe they're going to make it where that she wins it back at WrestleMania. Because let's be honest, I have a feeling there's and if they do it this way with Bianca, regardless, something's going to happen with Jade, and they're going to have Jade and Naomi involved. The way it's setting up, Rhea wins and she finally gets to win over Io. But yet again, why would they have her hold it for a month? That doesn't seem exciting to me.
No,
doesn't seem appalling.
It's
right?
it's kind of like a kick in the dick too to Io with winning the world title or winning the women's world title, and then having it be stripped of her in a month. You get that high and excitement because now you're the world champion. Women's world champion, and then a month later you're not anymore.
Yep. Rhea did obliterate Sky with the big boot that turned her opponent inside out. It was a great spot. What else would I say about it? I mean, it was a solid match. It was a strong match. I really think it's gonna have all three of them at the main event, or not main event, at WrestleMania. Which again,
Bianca.
Again,
Rhea.
it's a good match, but like I said, it's gonna involve Jade, Naomi, Io, and whatever. I don't know. I mean, I give it an A.
Yeah. I know whether it's whether you see whether Rhea was playing it out to be real or not. I know she was like super devastated. She got interviewed backstage and she was crying because she was so devastated that she did lose her title again. But this time to Io, someone she's never beaten, like you stated. And like I said, whether it's acting or not, it's still great to the storyline for those two. And like you said too, there's so much we could possibly be seeing either before WrestleMania or at WrestleMania between Io, Bianca, and Rhea and Naomi. And I mean, who knows if Grant probably not Liv anymore. She has her and Raquel have the tag team titles.
Yeah. What would you?
There's a lot of possibility.
What would you rate Raw?
B plus.
I give it about a B.
I'll give it a B plus just for like CM Punk.
I'll give it a B plus.
I'll just give it a B plus just for CM Punk reason wise. I know we didn't state it before, talk about it before. We did get a little bit of a promo from LWO with New Day with them beating up Rey Mysterio, them talking smack about Rey Mysterio, about Dragon, his crew coming out and trying to make a statement with New Day. And I do think the promo was good. I think the very end when they were chanting New Day sucks was a bit cringy and cheesy. But another thing I want to state is they had a little bit of a promo. It wasn't too bad. I just think the ending was cringy with the New Day sucks. I like to see. I'm glad that Rey Mysterio is back because he was supposed to be out indefinitely. So I'm happy to see him back, and I'm excited to see where LWO and New Day, what happens with them.
So anyway, let's move on to SmackDown. So another follow up. American Nightmare returned to the Blue brand. Discuss what happened between him and The Rock and Travis Scott. He got a nice ringer to his eye. We also got some title action as Chelsea Green and Mission would continue to feud with the United States Championship street fight. Also another favorite wrestler of yours. Anyway, we the first match of the night was Tiffany Stratton versus Piper Niven. Well, they also
this was an impromptu match too.
Well, before we get to this, actually, we did open with a shot of Drew McIntyre attacking Damian Priest backstage before we got the PLE recap video. Randy Orton made his way to the ring surprisingly. His 10-minute promo was uninterrupted, which that promo was fucking awesome.
I'm hearing voices in my head again.
Oh, dude, he's gonna punt the shit. He's gonna punt the shit out of Cody, or not Cody. Wow.
I hope it's not Cody.
Not yet. Not yet. Kevin. I give the match. It was okay. I mean, C+, but what I did not like is I just don't like. I'm just not interested in Tiffany versus Charlotte anymore.
No, when Charlotte came out,
I'm just gonna say it. I think they're dropping the title to Charlotte, and I hate to say that. It is what it is.
I mean, I really hope not. I mean, the whole Charlotte came out and just chop. I mean, it was a chop block right to the back of her knee, and I don't know. Like, I know we keep seeing a little bit of Charlotte Flair here and there. And she says that she's gonna her role WrestleMania, she's gonna be attacking Tiffany, but we still haven't seen a whole lot of that either, though.
Well, what I don't like is when they do have her attack, you don't see fucking Tiffany. Doesn't seem like she tries. I just think Tiffany's kind of giving seems like a piss poor effort a little bit.
And like I said, that could be too because I know the results. And I mean, how would you feel if you just, like I said, we have another situation where Tiffany's held the title for maybe 2 months.
Yep.
And
Charlotte's been back for what, a month?
Exactly. Charlotte wins Women's Royal Rumble, and now Charlotte gets to, in a sense, we don't know yet, but take the title from Tiffany at WrestleMania.
More than likely, if Tiffany wins, I'll be honest, I'll be surprised.
I hope Tiffany wins. I don't want to see Charlotte hold the title again. My wife doesn't want to see Charlotte hold the title again. You need new blood. It's not bad to have old blood in, or the veterans come in, and I
think it's more for Dad's record.
Rick's done with.
Yeah, he's not relevant. So anyway, the next match, we move on to the Motor City Machine Guns versus Pretty Deadly versus Los Garzas. It was a triple threat tag match, determined the number one contenders for the titles. So Chris Sabin, Alex Shelley entered the ring first. Angel and Berto came out, and then during the break, Kit Wilson and Elton Prince made their entrance when we returned. Angel tagged himself in to make sure the Motor City was not in the match to begin with, and then he was also immediately hit with a drop kick. All six men were brawling within a minute because everybody was trying to make sure they were the legal men. And then in a bit of an upset, Pretty Deadly gets the win.
Yeah.
So they'll be able to face the winners of DIY versus Street Profits. This was an entertaining match with a few good moments and surprising and but deserved outcome. I think the SmackDown tag division has been fun to watch recently, so it's kind of
Yep.
great to see every team getting some attentions at the same time.
And like I said too, I feel like the tag division in SmackDown is just so much better than what it is on Raw. There's just a lot. There's a lot more going on with the tag division on SmackDown with Motor City, Las Garza, Street Profits, DIY, Pretty Deadly, all of them. It just there's so much of a feud and backstories that's going on between all these guys and these teams.
Mm-hmm.
And Raw, we've had the War Raiders. Seems like it's just been the War Raiders and it's been American made.
Yeah.
For the men's division at least.
On Raw, yeah. We're not really seeing much on Raw. But well, with Judgment Day, you kind of be surprised you don't see them very much in the tag. I don't know. I could say much about that, but I don't want to get sidetracked off of that. Anyway, great match. A solid B, honestly.
Yep.
Pretty Deadly. I think they're finally getting the push. And,
oh yeah.
I like
for
it.
sure.
I think they're funny.
I like it too.
I think they're funny.
I would like to see, I would like to see them hold the titles, but I feel like it's gonna go to Street Profit.
They also deserve it. I think
yes.
they're coming back with a promo and like I like that. Like, bro, like absolute cinema. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we move on. Bianca Belair.
I fucking told you. That's all I'm gonna say. I fucking told you the whole time.
I think there's more to it.
You're so full of fucking shit.
I ain't full of shit. I think there's more to it. I was observing it. I watched it 5 fucking times, Yoshi. Okay? 5 fucking times. So Naomi did it, but I give the whole promo a solid A+.
Yes.
If you think it's not, then you just don't know cinema. I mean,
like this was this was a storyline we all have been waiting for to hear what happened to Jade and why Jade's been gone for so long and who did it.
You know what?
For so long.
Naomi doing what she did, it had the fucking feel of the Rikishi doing, I did it. I did this for The Rock.
Okay.
She did it for Bianca.
Yep.
And then Naomi ranted and cried as the EST walked away from the ring with tears in her eyes. Cargill arrived at the arena, marched to the ring. She got her hands on Naomi, proceeded to beat her down like she did at the Chamber. This was a long segment for what it was, but they pulled it off well. Naomi and Belair sold the emotion, and Cargill's violence put a nice bow on everything. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
But when she got lifted up with Jade's finisher, and she yelled Bianca, see that right there, you could call me crazy, but I feel like, again, WrestleMania with Bianca Belair, something's going to happen, and I still think Bianca's going to turn heel.
Mm.
She's good as a heel. She did it at NXT. She did it well, and she's been babyface for so long. It's time. It's simply time.
But she's also like another one of those like iconic people who she has like so much energy and excitement. Little girls love her. Little girls can't say middle age though, but like your preteens and your teens. These women love Bianca because she's so energetic, she's so fun, positive, and I feel like just like the whole John Cena thing going on, him turning heel, I just feel like it would be a bad direction for her. I feel like Jade's back. Let Jade go on her rampage, get her revenge, beat down Naomi, maybe get some answers from Bianca on if they're going to be the new tag team, if Jade's going to be the new tag team or going to be a tag team partner with Bianca again, or if that route is going to completely go a different path now.
Right. I don't know. I feel like there's going to be more to it. There has to be something. Because I feel like what they're trying to do is like, it's a double cross. Like best friends, all 3 of them. I mean, realistically, behind the scenes, we keep hearing that Jade and Bianca don't get together, right?
Mm-hmm.
It just makes more sense. Um, Naomi finally turned a heel. I'm happy to see that. I feel like she's good as a heel. She did it well when she was with Sasha Banks and uh oh, I can't say her name for some reason. Start with the T. Tiama. She's related to The Rock with the Snookas and everything. Tamina.
Tamina.
Yeah. Um, I don't know. I'm excited for it. Like I said, I ca-
It,
I think every week you and I, until about WrestleMania or whatever unfolds. Until then, I think you and I are gonna keep going back and forth on it. I can't.
hands down.
I just love it. I love it.
No, it's a good story. It's a good storyline. It really is. And I feel like,
Um,
and like too, you said that too. I think with the whole storyline with Bianca, Jade, Naomi, it's gonna affect WrestleMania somehow.
yes. I like I said, it's a new term I'm gonna start using on this show is either farming or they're planting the seeds. They're gardening. That's
Hmm.
how I see it. Triple H is gardening right now.
Oh yeah, he's
Um,
not cooking.
that too. But that's when it starts to unfold. That's when he's cooking the food.
Hmm. You
He
got to garden before you can start cooking.
or if like we're getting close to the heel turn or whatever, that's harvesting.
Yeah.
Mark would love Mark if you're ever watching or listening to this. I hope you love my analogy because in our world, I feel like it makes sense what I just explained, doesn't it not?
Hmm. Yep. Nope, I agree with you. But well, I guess let's move on to the next segment or the next match. We had my boy, the 355-pound man himself, Braun Strowman, versus Solo Sikoa. And Solo's been kind of he's been kind of making Braun's life a little difficult with him jumping in every once in a while, interfering with the matches. I know Braun has beef with Jacob Fatu also. Um, I'm really liking the storyline with these big meaty men.
Big meaty man, baby.
I'm really
Big meaty
liking it.
man.
Really love seeing a lot more Strowman. I've been stating it too. I love Jacob Fatu's him going off comment on his own, doing more of the mic work, doing more of the singles matches. And also too, I mean, if you want to put it in there, I guess with Solo Sikoa kind of trying to like find his path again in a sense.
Yeah. I mean, the match was all right.
I mean, it was a short match, and with a DQ with Tamaton coming out, but it led on to more of a match with Fatu and Strowman.
Yeah. I just don't like how it ended in a DQ.
Yeah, it just made for a shorter match.
And then when moving on, we go to I think Chelsea Green and Mission.
Well, I guess before that, I know we had so if you guys didn't see it on social media, Lex Luger is
Oh,
an
yep.
inductee into the Hall of Fame. I
Long,
think,
long overdue.
yeah, long overdue. I know that right now he's wheelchair bound right now, I believe.
I think he'll stand at the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he's wheelchair bound right now. I think I don't know if I saw this right though, because I kind of skimmed through this. But was it Cody Rhodes that was the one that announced to Lex Luger that he was going to be an inductee?
Yeah.
I know Cody went saw him.
I think it'd be Sting. It has to be Sting.
Oh, that would induct him.
Yeah, because that's who he wants, and he's mentioned it
Hmm.
before. Sting has done a lot in his career. What I've noticed the comments online, and again, it don't matter if it's with this wrestling community or my other podcast community and football and everything. You're always going to see the toxicity of shit, right?
Oh yeah.
So a lot of people are still blaming him for Elizabeth's death. Uh, Miss Elizabeth with Randy Savage
Hmm.
for the drug use and everything like that.
Yeah.
I Personally, I don't know much about it. I'm gonna be honest with you, but I'm sure after this I'm gonna look into it more. And you can't really blame somebody unless there's solid evidence.
Yeah.
But I'm not trying to piss anybody off, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. Yeah, like I said, long overdue. Love what DDP is just doing. He's a great dude. Anyway, moving on. Chelsea Green, Mission, your favorite wrestler, Mission.
Yeah.
Little homage, that Chelsea paid to Cactus Jack for the street fight. Everyone knows who Mick Foley is. Cactus Jack, Dude Love. Oh man, I always loved Dude Love when he did with his knees like. I think it was a solid street match. I think it was probably the best street match we've seen in a little while.
Yeah.
Mission, she's pretty good in those matches. I'll be honest. She's always done them in her career. So anyway, we returned from the break. Green took a blast from a fire extinguisher right to the face, which gave Mission enough time to finally take a table out of under the ring. Bring the tables, get the tables, like Dudley would say. The crowd had chanted ECW as the challenger set up the table in the corner, but the champion, hit a bulldog that stalled her plans. Once the table was set up, Mission hit Eat Defeat to put, Green on top of it. She climbed the top rope and then hit a senton and put Green to the table, but someone in a hoodie pulled Green out of the ring. Ava Fire, which, again, like we said before the podcast, kind of interesting. You don't know much about her. I don't know how you don't. She was one of the women's tag team championship that just blows my mind. So anyway, she revealed to be an attacker after hitting into she does the fucking destroyer so fucking great. On the chairs. The Canadian destroyer.
Mm-hmm. It was good.
And it's a hard move to do.
It was flawless.
Anyway, she saluted as Green covered Mission for the pin and the win. She helped the champion to her feet and appears to be the newest bodyguard. Which I'm going to say this, and I know we talked about it too, is it's kind of funny. You got a Canadian wrestler who is acting like a president and the United States champion, which you have said in the podcast before, a few episodes back, or beginning of it. And now I've made the point is it's kind of funny you add it to two Scottish body Secret Service agents. I think that's just funny.
I mean, it's Chelsea Green. She's always been a goofier character. I mean, she plays it well. She does it well.
Yeah. I think she could be a world champion one of these days.
For I agree with you. I do. I do like in the match, though, that when Mitchin did put Chelsea Green on the table, the one table leg did fold because Chelsea didn't set it up correctly. She didn't put the stopper in. So it fallen. So Mitchin's just like, I'm still going to do it. I'm still going to go for the top ropes.
I think
she's up top.
I think Mission loves Extreme Rule matches.
I think she does too. I don't like her very much, but I feel like in that sense, in those stream matches, she does well. Still a fan of Chelsea Green. I still pick Chelsea Green over Mitchin any day of the week.
I think we know why. Just look what I'm doing.
I do like her, but
yeah.
Her Mick Foley outfit, though, I do admit, I think that was a good look for her. I mean, it really was. I would like to see her more. I mean, great. I know it's for the street fight match, but it wasn't a bad look for her. I think that if she could pull it off too, if she did it more often.
Yeah.
So more of if she does have more of those extreme matches. Pay homage.
I do want to say though, the ending was surprising, but not necessarily in a good way. It was great to see, Aba being used after Isla Dawn's release, but it's unfortunate that WWE felt like they needed to make Mission Lou again in this way. I feel like she's dropping the title to I mean, you could look at it in a certain way. What if they dropped the title to Mission at WrestleMania? They did that, right? What if say Charlotte wins, right? Now she has a chance to Chelsea Green to go after Charlotte. That would be a good match. I just hope, I don't know. They wouldn't drop the title like that from Charlotte. No. Just act like I didn't say that. It just kind of pisses me off.
We did, so kind of add on to that though, we did get, before Chelsea Green's match with Mitchin, we did get Selena Vega wishing Chelsea Green good luck, and no matter what happens, that Selena Vega is going to be making a run for the United States Women's Championship belt.
Nice.
So I mean that could also add on to your little hypothesis.
Thanks. Don't you love how I just think of this stuff?
Hey man, I'm here for it.
Hell yeah.
I am. But moving on, we got the beaten and battered Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
Came out and
well, you also got to feel like you can't forget about Drew McIntyre versus Jimmy Uso. Or was that before? I can't remember.
That Cody Rhodes was before.
Okay, go ahead.
But Cody Rhodes came out, did his almost saying just, what do you want to talk about? And went on a rant about John Cena, The Rock, having to talk to his 4-year-old daughter on why his face is all bruised, battered, and cut up. You know, he said that he lied to her, told her he ran into a wall, but in a sense, he did run into a wall of the final boss, The Rock, John Cena, and Travis Scott. I mean, are we going to see more Travis Scott maybe in the wrestling game now?
Yeah, that's a good point. We also had, we saw the big old ringer on his eye.
Yep.
That was he must have punched him good. People were saying like, oh, he busted his eardrum. I'm like, yeah, that probably didn't happen. Anyway, now he's waiting to, Rhodes is waiting for Cena to explain his actions. He delivered a passion promo telling Cena to come get some. Thought it was kind of cringy. He was like, you want some? Come get some.
I think it was great. I mean, we've been seeing a lot too of people, other wrestlers have either been using their sayings or their move sets during matches.
Yep. I don't know. Because WrestleMania, it's not. Is he done next year at WrestleMania? I can't remember.
WrestleMania is his last event, or it's supposed to be his last event, I believe.
Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of. I don't want to. I don't know. Part of me feels like he's going to stay just a little bit longer.
Well, I mean, we'll find out in a month, or a little over a month.
Because why would they just do it? That's okay. I see what you mean last week. Why would they do it at this point, right? But yet again, I'm still for it. It's just they should have did it like months before.
But made him heal beforehand. Well, I don't know.
And I get it. Scheduling doesn't always work because he's a movie star.
Yeah.
Literally after Elimination Chamber, he got on a plane, went to South Africa to go and do his movie. But anyway, I give that a solid A- promo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then we move on to Drew and Jimmy and
I didn't really care for this match.
I'm kind of getting tired of seeing them fighting each other.
Yeah, I didn't really care too much for this match. It was a short match.
Jimmy kept it competitive.
Yeah, I mean he always does. I don't know. The whole thing ended with a big Claymore.
Yeah.
Big Claymore ended the match. Drew wins. Builds up his ego more, because he's been just a crybaby. But we do have the beef, though, with Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre, though, which I'm for.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good, solid WrestleMania match, mid-card match.
I think everything that happened in Elimination Chamber with Damian Priest pinning Drew McIntyre and the little bit of beef they've been having, I think that's a good matchup. I think a Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest is a good matchup because I feel like Damian Priest could be the guy to really put the beat down on Drew McIntyre and make him shut his fucking trap. I mean, I know CM Punk did it in the steel cage, like we stated earlier, but Damian Priest be the Street Fighter guy himself, I think that'd be a good matchup, and I'm here for it. I want to see it.
Yeah. I do want to say Drew did a good job selling his knee after the bad landing.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it was so C plus.
Yeah. We did get a little bit of a. We've been seeing a lot of the Miz lately backstage. He's still trying to. I don't know if he's trying to make a. Yeah, he's trying to make a name for himself. He's trying to like.
I think
individually make a name for himself.
I think it's trying to.
Yeah, he's trying to make a friend.
Yep.
And so far, it's been Carmelo just kind of seemed to land at, or I wouldn't say land at his feet though, but Miz more landed at Carmelo's feet.
Yep.
Carmelo kind of went along with it, and now Miz is trying to get the Carmelo and Miz tag team in a sense. But in a sense, it backfired with Carmelo's mouth. He ended up running into Randy Orton, runs his mouth, and ends up having a match. Randy Orton versus Carmelo next week. And I just hope Randy Orton just puts the beat down on Carmelo, or because I don't want to see Carmelo pull out with some cheesy ass win like he has been. You know, Carmelo's been getting the really, really cheesy wins by just some goofy reason or something of the sorts.
So we had the main event. It was Shinsuke Nakamura defending United States Championship against former champion LA Knight.
Yeah.
Shinsuke took control early, kept the upper hand, and for a few minutes he hit a signature move like his sliding German suplex, but Knight recovered, hit a bulldog, take him down. Charles Robinson ended up getting missed mistakenly, but it didn't matter. In the end, another ref ran down, and Knight was able to hit the BFT to win the United States title back, and the show ended on pretty much a high note. The match was pretty solid with an ending that wasn't very easy to predict, as I expected, which was always a plus. I just do want to say though, Nakamura's entrance is awesome, but needs a little more light in him as he walks up to the aisle. One red spotlight, would make a huge difference. But Nakamura's attire was giving Ken from Street Fighter vibes. I give it a match of B.
Yeah, big fan of LA Knight still too. He's one of my favorites. Also, I'm happy to see him. I've been saying this. I'm happy to see him hold the belt again, but I feel like it's going to lead to the Logan Paul and LA Knight feud again.
Yeah.
Which I don't want to see, but I feel like it's gonna happen again.
Yeah.
But I am happy to see LA Knight with his title back. It's gonna be interesting to see him going forward. What, like I said, if it's gonna be the Logan Paul feud again, or it's gonna be something different. But I'll give that a B.
Yeah. The show itself, I give a solid. What did I give Raw? What, A minus?
I think we give it an A minus because of CM Punk.
I'll let you give yours first.
I think I'm gonna give it an A minus also. Like I said, I feel like this week wasn't bad. I feel like SmackDown was better, but like I said, more talking on Raw, more action on Friday night. So I'm gonna give both events an A minus.
I'm gonna give a B plus.
To SmackDown.
Yep.
Ooh.
I think they did a lot of work wrapping up storylines from an Elimination Chamber, and setting up for WrestleMania 41. But some of the action on the show was kind of lacking. But none of the matches felt like they had a level of aggression we had to come to expect. So, it was kind of a nice highlight to see Pretty Deadly winning a title shot. As most for the of the Street Profits and Mission in Green, and it's hard to say that any matches stood out as memorable. But the main event between Knight and Nakamura was probably the best performance on the card. All in all, it was a forgettable but passable week for the Blue Brand.
Yeah. Nope, I agree with you.
But yeah, I mean that we covered both shows, and here we are.
Yeah, So I think we haven't seen a lot of Saturday Night Main Event, unless I've been missing something though. But I haven't seen any.
They just recently announced the next event. It's gonna be in Tampa.
Okay, because I was saying I don't think we've had a Saturday Night Main Event for a month or two. Yeah, it's been probably about 2 months.
Let me look.
I
Let's see. But it's gonna be Memorial Day weekend over in Tampa, so
hey,
we might have to watch that together. Unless
yeah, 'cause we'll have, so you'll have time off, won't you?
I'll have Monday off. It'll be May 24th. So it's gonna be on Saturday, obviously. That'd be a big weekend because you got to think about it too. You got 4 consecutive events beginning Saturday, May 24th. You'll have Saturday night main event. You'll have Battleground. You'll have Monday Night Raw. You'll have NXT. You'll have
It's a good weekend to have it.
Yeah.
I think I'm actually going to a wrestling event myself in May.
What?
May 5th.
Where?
Mm-hmm. We're going to Raw in Omaha.
Oh, Tifty. No, I'm kidding. I don't
Oh, it's for my birthday.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, wife got us not ring seats, but we're like we're floor seats close to the entrance.
Nice.
So
I might have to get you a shirt that says "Watch the Wrestling Havoc" or something. The promote.
Right, yeah.
Out there.
Heavyweight Havocs. I might get a shirt that says Heavyweight Havocs.
Yeah, I should make you a hat.
I'd wear it.
I know you would. I know you wanted a TNT Boys hat, and I haven't got around to doing it.
I'll promote you.
Yeah, I'll have to look into that. I know.
There you go.
We need to go to watch some indie wrestling in Omaha.
Let's let me know about the events. Because I know you're more in tune with indie wrestling than I am.
Yeah, I kind of have to. I've kind of been waiting for the right one because I kind of wait to see who comes to them.
Mm-hmm.
Like right now,
let's maybe not get ring seats because I don't want to get a big man thrown on me.
Oh, come on. The ring seats at indie events are great.
No, because the ring seats are always ones that people get fucking shit thrown at them or get someone slammed into them.
These ones have the rails. This one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to say, I don't want to get fucking slammed by somebody twice my size. I'm a big boy already.
I'm just trying to see who's getting who's been announced for this card yet. I don't think so. Let's see how much a ring ticket. You get a ring ticket for like $15.
What's an indie event?
Yes, but still, that's good.
You better be saving up for WrestleMania in New Orleans.
Fuck no, I ain't going to no damn New Orleans.
I fucking plan it. I'm gonna try my hardest,
bro.
To go to.
You know how much a ticket
26.
Is? Oh my goodness.
Yeah. You got a year to save up for it, man.
I got a wedding I got to go to in a year.
You'd be all right. You'd be all right.
No, I would not be all right. WrestleMania. Now you got me curious. You'll be 42, right?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
2026, New Orleans.
Crazy how about 12 years ago, Daniel Bryan, WrestleMania 30. All right. Might as well just close this out because now we're just bantering bullshit.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. Thank you for watching Heavyweight Havoc. Follow us on all social media. Make sure to check out TNT Boys Podcast. Make sure to follow us and stuff. Yeah, Yoshi, you got anything else?
Nope. Sums it up, my guy.
All right. Have a good night or good day.
Deuces.